is and always will be one of the great sporting occasions. England against New Zealand needs no embellishment, but twice in 2 weeks for this new-look England side, well, that's quite a challenge. England have made 5 changes to the side that started against South Africa last week. But there's only one difference to the team that finished that first test against the All Blacks in Manchester. Mike Catt's concussion gives Paul Grayson the opportunity at fly half. De Glanville, Bracken and Johnson are available again, and Austin Healey is preferred to Bentley on the wing.
Well, the return of Martin Johnson will be vital if England are to dominate the tight. The pace of the back row will try and throw Marshall's and Mertens off their game. Behind the scrum, England, with Austin Healey and David Rees on the wings, have pace and plenty of width. But the big question is, can Paul Grayson from fly half unleash the three-quarters?
Well, since the game at Old Trafford, New Zealand have restored Walter Little to centre, but they've lost prop Craig Dowd with a hamstring injury. Mark Allen moves in to win his 8th cap, but this is his first start in international rugby. Sadly, Sean Fitzpatrick's continued knee problem prevents him from winning even a place on the bench. Norm Hewitt then renews his battle with Cockrell and wears the number 2 jersey.
Well, Bull Allen is one of New Zealand's most popular rugby players, but there is a doubt over his scrummaging. If he does hold up, though, expect farewell fireworks from Zinzan Brooks. Behind the scrum, the Canterbury halfbacks, Marshall and Mertens, will be determined to run the game and create space for that most deadly of triumvirates at the back, Wilson, Lomu and Christian Cullen.
Well, England's last test win was in Argentina in May. Since then, losses to the same opposition, Australia twice, South Africa and New Zealand, means that England are in the middle of their worst run for 12 years.
It's true, but I think it has to be recognised they are playing at a level they've never, ever played before. Having said that, I am disappointed that England's creativity has not improved game by game. That's the big worry for me.
And it's not going to get any easier today. The All Blacks keen to finish off their incredible year with one last rugby lesson, unbeaten in 1997.
Well, they are a majestic team, and of course it is the great man Zinzan Brooks' last game for New Zealand. They might be without Sean Fitzpatrick, but they've got so much experience and so much determination. I know, talking to the New Zealand camp, they really want to show English rugby what the highest level of international sport is all about.
Yes, the All Black machine is raring to go for one final time before a hard-earned rest. And it's also pretty fair to say that they're smarting from what was a perceived lack of recognition of their performance at Old Trafford. OK, they made mistakes, and they, as ever, like all Blacks teams, centred on the negatives after that match. They didn't lap up the praise, but there was very little praise given to them.
No, there wasn't, but in many ways that's New Zealand's own fault. They played such faultless, peerless rugby this year that we always expect near perfection, and they were certainly nowhere near that. And a lot of the credit for that went to England, who took the game to the All Blacks and really competed with them. We'll be looking for more of the same from the home team today.
It is a magnificent ground, and today we should be getting off on time. New Zealand prepared to come out. Zinzan Brooks about to emerge for a test match for the final time in an illustrious career. It will be his 100th game for the All Blacks, his 58th cap, and he is, Stuart, the epitome of modern All Black rugby.
He is, he's a peerless number 8. As I've said, great's a word we use far too frequently, but Brook is a man who merits it.
And who will bet against Brook dropping a goal in the final minute today? He's done it before, at Wembley last week for a start. And also a big day for Olo Brown, just going through the picture, but it will be Brook to lead out the team. Brown is winning his 50th cap, the New Zealand prop, and they come out together. And they will lap up this reception, followed by their teammates who come out on this Twickenham turf with a steely determination. Here come England and Lawrence Delanio's team. Well, they can't be marked down on effort, commitment or spirit, but wouldn't Clive Woodward love to see his team break the opposition defence down today?
And that's the big test for Delanio and his team, to create more than they've done so far in this quartet of really tough matches. Plenty of perspiration. Let's hope for some inspiration today.
Somehow England have got to raise their standards and get onto another level. Jonah Lomu came here last season with the New Zealand Barbarians, and what a year he's had since then. A troublesome time, but he bounced back quite remarkably from that rare kidney disorder, nephrotic syndrome, and it's just great to see him back on the rugby field. I'm not sure Lawrence Delanio will quite share that view at kick-off time, but I'm sure all the England players deep down are wishing Lomu well.
It's a very special atmosphere here at Twickenham today.
So Brooke lines up for the final time to sing the New Zealand anthem, God Defend New Zealand. Twickenham in good voice, puffing out its chest and bellowing to its foot. And inevitably now the haka assumes even more significance after the confrontation between Cockrell and Hewitt at Old Trafford, which brought a full spectrum of reaction.
And it was Cockrell who led England right up to the halfway line.
Well, look at those eyes.
Well, I hope it's more than just posturing, because I think there's a few New Zealanders who've got a score to settle.
Our referee is Jim Fleming from Scotland. an experienced and well-respected official who's taken charge of matches at all 3 World Cups, and this Royal and Sun Alliance Test match is his 29th international. Interestingly, he rates the 91 World Cup meeting between these two on this ground as his toughest ever assignment. Well, you sense the All Blacks are thinking big today. They want to send those record books back to the printers. And England have to roll their sleeves up like never before. Grayson to start for England. And remember, at Old Trafford, England had a good first 10 minutes, and they need such a start today.
Well, the little half kick there from Grayson, but Kronfeld in a good position to deal with that, and New Zealand have the put into the scrum.
Marshall, the New Zealand captain, puts in and breaks away. Good pick-up as well as Brook tried to find him. Richard Hill was through quickly, as was Delalio to make that tackle, but it's still with New Zealand. Again, it's another awkward pick-up, but Merton's up to it. Here's Perrin. Encouraged to go forward and reaches halfway. Bracken back in the England side, just gets out of that in time to find Grayson. Healy's come in midfield, that was interesting. Archer back. And a penalty as New Zealand go over the top, and look at Bracken go, keeping the pace up. Delalio. Bracken again, Grayson. He thought about turning that back inside, there wasn't the initial support, then it came from Healy and his Leicester teammate Cockrell. Bracken of Saracens, Greenwood also of Leicester, back of Leicester.
Good positive start from England, determined to keep the ball in hand. They've got their reward.
And you can gather from that the big East Midlands presence here in London today. Another penalty.
Yep, Kieran Bracken really showing the way forward. England wanted to take the game to New Zealand. Bracken had a good 2 games before injury. And there's a big hit. Tane Randell on Lawrence Delalio. But England very positive, not going for goal. They're looking for the kick to the corner.
And Paul Grayson winning his 11th cap. He's got the opportunity because of injury to Mike Catt, but also remember Alex King. He was initially picked as the England fly half at the start of this series.
Yeah, you know, that's an interesting decision. I know that England believe the way to go forward is to score tries, but against this New Zealand team, when they've created so little in 3 weeks, I think they should have tried to get some points on the board for the morale.
Garforth doing well, he's set like stone. He was digging in to allow this now for Greenwood. But it was David Rees who took the ball at point-blank range. Here's Rees again. Cockrell tried the little chip over Lomu, well kept in by Delalio. Bracken, all England so far, and they've got men lining up here. De Glamble just couldn't get it out. Bracken, now there's more defence across from New Zealand, but England's still looking for width. It's Austin Healy. Bracken. Hill. As New Zealand look to spread the net, Grayson and De Glamble. There was certainly a chance of an overlap earlier in this move. Back onto Healy. Still Austin Healy, taken on by Back. Pressure on Marshall. I think he called for the mark, he did. But this has been an adventurous stop.
Excellent play from England. Leicester man, Healy and Back involved in everything. Paul Grayson playing very, very flat.
And Mertens keeps the ball alive and asks questions of David Rees. New Zealand, as you'd expect, not daunted by this England start, but that is quite exceptional from Rees, and Rees is in. Yes! A magnificent individual try from David Rees. Wonderful. He's seen so little of the ball since he first put on an England jersey. Let's hope he's okay.
Well, that is a prince of ironies, isn't it? Andrew Merton's kick into the England back three. Shows the ball to Lomu. Lovely chip. Takes it well. He's outside Brook, and even Bunce can't get to him. It's a marginal decision, but it's great finishing. Show of the ball, a little chip. Rushes off Zimzan Brook, and he goes for the corner. There comes the tackle. Just makes it.
Remember, the flag is in touch. Clive Woodward. Well, he knew at that moment that Chuck Muir, the touch judge, had decided to give the try. Grayson's kick. Well, not quite. It's a good effort from Grayson. But there's David Rees in the walls, having got that try.
What a superb effort as well. Very, very strong in the challenge there. And that is exactly what England needed.
And Rees is off to get some running repairs. There's certainly blood there, so in those situations, if the blood can't be stemmed immediately, the flow of it, then the referee will ask the player to leave. And Tim Stimpson has come on and gone to right wing. Here's Zimzan Brook. Marshall to Colour. It was a combination of Greenwood and de Glanville who made the tackle, and just as well. And England get another penalty, this time as the ball is held in after the tackle is made, and here goes Bracken. Well, they say fortune favours the brave, and this is such a brave start from England.
Quick hands from Delalio there. They really are trying to transfer the ball and carrying strongly.
Frantic stuff. Grayson off to Healy, and he straightens that line beautifully. Austin Healy out to Stimpson, the replacement. Lonowan with a tackle. Matt Perry is there, and they're almost up to the 22. Over now with Cockrell, but the ball was passed forward. And then Marshall and Cockrell, and there was an exchange of blows there. And remember, Marshall was hit early on by Johnson at Old Trafford when that wasn't spotted by the officials. This was. Here's referee Fleming. Well, no further action taken.
But it's been an electric start from England. And Austin Healy making a break off his wing. That's what England wanted. An extra edge to their game.
Well, 2 or 3 times now Healy has emerged in midfield, but there you see Marshall responding to Cockrell's antagonism, but this is Merton's knock-on. Almost worked, though. Well, the initial knock-on was surely from New Zealand, but the referee playing a sensible advantage, and Grayson finding Healy. This is Greenwood. Will Greenwood for England? This is amazing! And the try's been scored! Richard Hill! Have you ever seen anything like it? The referee played a quite superb advantage, and then Grayson showed a willingness to spin the flat pass, and England have their second try.
And it's always New Zealand really capitalising on turnover. Look how flat Grayson is. That's a lovely ball, and Healy everywhere. Greenwood, superb stuff. In and out, weaving his line. You think he's going to make it. Hill on hand. The back row forward, over. Superb play from Greenwood. Just look at the support work from Richard Hill here. England playing at pace, with precision and courage. Great start.
Grayson narrowly missed his first kick. Oh! Even closer second time, but not close enough. England have to settle with a 10-0 lead, but I don't think they'll be arguing.
Wonderful support work from Richard Hill there. New Zealand stunned by the English start. And Clive Woodward absolutely elated.
Delalio. Bracken to Grayson. And Zimzam Brook is covering. Stimpson's up there quickly. Brook can't afford to hang around. Then the loose pass, hacked on by de Glanville. New Zealand are all at sea here. What are they doing? Marshall puts down. Speechless.
Well, it's good chasing, making a bad kick a good one. Zimzam Brook, trademark, but this time it doesn't work. And de Glanville pressuring all the time. And New Zealand needed that ball to just roll over the try line.
Mertens. Bracken made his England debut against New Zealand 4 years ago. That's a good turnover. Mertens. Well-judged kick. But New Zealand had already been awarded the penalty for offside.
And for once, it's New Zealand who need to change the pace of the game. Just find themselves. Walter Little cannot have seen New Zealand start like this too often. And Andrew Mertens, who's in many ways been the architect for England's good start with some loose kicking, this time finds a better touch.
Well, England had lacked innovation in the previous 3 internationals in this tortuous month of rugby for them. But they've come up with 2 scores inside the opening 10 minutes of this second test against New Zealand, full of invention. And there's no doubt about it that the All Blacks are rattled.
Yes, well, Clive Woodward said he wanted England to play at pace with a ball in hand. And in 12 minutes of this game, they've done more than they did in the last 3 games. And New Zealand are rattled.
Lomu. But to have even one thought that New Zealand are out of this would be foolhardy in the extreme. Hewitt, supported by Olo Brown. Brook. He will not want to be on a losing New Zealand side in his final international. Lomu, used as the battering ram through the middle. And a penalty. Is it time to get points on the board? I think it is. Andrew Mertens is coming up.
First really concerted attack from the men in black. Mertens will take the points. There's no doubt Andrew Mertens will kick this to make it 346 points for New Zealand. And they need it because they're rattled. You wouldn't think the men in white were the 9-1 outsiders, and New Zealand 33-1 on in the first 13 minutes.
Simple kick for a man of his ability. And Mertens slots that through. Before today, 57 points on New Zealand's 3 internationals on this tour. With food for thought for John Hart on his 52nd birthday.
Well, here's Jonah Lomu coming short off the back of the scrum through Grayson. And what he does do is get across that gain line and commit tacklers. But England got men back. But we'll see more of Mr. Lomu, I'm sure, as the afternoon progresses.
Awkward for Bracken, just wouldn't come back to him. And New Zealand will look to ruck over that. Mertens Little's kick. In behind Stimpson, who's still on the field for Rees, who was injured scoring that opening try. Perry. That's a fine kick from Matt Perry. What a meteoric rise it's been for this young man. And quite an admission to international rugby. Australia, South Africa and New Zealand twice.
But England's basics going so well at the moment. Martin Johnson putting pressure on Robin Brooke. Delalio getting the tap back. Grayson giving his men a chance. To take on this New Zealand team, your basics have to be so good. It's important that England keep the pressure on the New Zealand 8.
Mertens, Little, missed out Lomu, given to Bunce. And through goes Delalio with the hack on. This is Lawrence Delalio to score, and he's done it! Twickenham has gone wild for the captain. Yes, Clive Woodward, it's 3 tries.
In 18 minutes. Truly stunning scenes here at Twickenham, and the mistakes from New Zealand. Walter Little trying to force the pace, and it's Bunce. The ball goes loose, and Delalio's pace, he outstrips Lomu, he outstrips Marshall, and that's one that his football team, Chelsea, would have loved. Great control. Loose ball, and England so fast. Look at Delalio. Leading from the front, no doubt about that. Well, Clive Woodward, can you believe it? 3 tries.
And Paul Grayson wasn't going to miss that. It's England 17, New Zealand 3, and here's Jonah Lomu, who trampled all over England in the World Cup semi-final in Cape Town 2 years ago. Similar sort of start, but England were on the receiving end that day.
It's been a revelation. England going so well, and Lomu stopped in his tracks, back and Hill in so quickly. And New Zealand, they're making the errors, and they're really giving England the chance to take control of the ball.
We've played 17 minutes. And England already have their highest ever total against New Zealand at Twickenham.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Bracken. Healy will have no problem, of course, stepping in at scrum half. There's Bracken, wearing 9. Back, Greenwood. Stimpson. Now, has he got the pace to go around Lomu? Ooh. Well, in the end, Lomu treats him like a rag doll.
Crowd don't like it, they think it's high, and I don't suppose Tim Stimpson liked it very much. Has a go on the outside, but not many get around Lomu.
But that's Tim Stimpson's last action for a while. To a great cheer, David Rees is back on to resume his battle with Lomu. That's good work from the New Zealand forwards. Marshall, Mertens, Little. England close to offside there. They're playing right in the face of New Zealand and pushing that offside line to the limit. Grayson's long pass again. It's out to Healy. Still with Austin Healy. And offside against Jeff Wilson. And there goes Kieran Bracken, and this is Phil de Glanville. Greenwood. Bracken again, he knocked it backwards. Garforth. And New Zealand offside in midfield. And the inevitable big cheer.
But you know, it's all coming from the speed with which England are taking their quick taps. They've lifted this Twickenham crowd. Kieran Bracken is having a real impact in the early part of this game. Every time England get a free kick, Bracken taps and goes. And instead of being 45 metres out and wide, they're now 22 metres out and in front of the post. It's all a state of mind, isn't it?
Would you just pinch me, please?
I'll do more than that, Miles.
Grayson, and wait for the roar. England 20, New Zealand 3.
Chris Sheesby on at an early stage.
I think he's still waiting. Come on, Sheesby. No, he's been brought on. Sheesby's on the field. Johnson.
Neil back off.
It is, I can't see back. Lomu. Brushing off Rees, but Rees wanted another go. Mertens. Little. Missed out Bunce. Wilson. As Cullen failed to take. And out on the full from Wilson. It's a catalogue of errors from New Zealand.
England are driving them backwards and they're just trying to find their game, and they can't at the moment. Lomu on the surge. There's too many men in white there, and there is at the moment a lack of leadership from the All Blacks.
It's Cockrell to throw. Well claimed by Richard Hill, kept his eyes on the ball. And then he lost it. New Zealand put in.
Crowd can't believe that something's gone New Zealand's way. One of the most amazing first 20s for England that I can ever remember. But that throw, you can see, not straight, and New Zealand get the ball.
Mertens. Perry. Sheesby. Bracken. Grayson. Delalio's still upfield, but he's still ordering Grayson to kick the ball to test out Cullen. And Austin Healey, well, the ball was out. Well, the touch judge had his flag up.
Austin Healey obviously jumped in the air and the referee decided there was no foot on the ground.
To Glanville.
Such pace in the English game at the moment, so positive.
Grayson. Little show of the ball from Grayson. That's marvellous from Cockrell to keep that alive. Really had to work hard. Sheesby.
Big collision between Brook and Delalio, but Lawrence Delalio is bouncing up after every one of these challenges.
Healy's everywhere, popping up like a jack in the box. There's Leonard. Grayson to Glanville.
Did you see how flat Grayson was again there?
Opens up here though for New Zealand, chance to run it back with Jeff Wilson. Overlap as Randall puts it out to Cullen. Now this is Christian Cullen against Matt Perry. He's beaten him, Healy gets across. That's a great effort from Healy, but Hewitt is there and Hill with the tackle. And not only are England attacking with such verve, they are defending with 100%. Magnificent from Healy. Hewitt supported well, but Richard Hill was there.
And there aren't many people who've stopped Christian Cullen when he's passed the gain line. But Healy, a brilliant effort there. Cullen had beaten Perry, eyed the line, and then came Austin Healy. What a first 24 minutes for him.
He's commonly acknowledged now as the best covering tackler in the English game. That was Ian Jones with the take. Danger still on here for England. Now the ball was held in the air, so England get the put in.
Well, a turnover gone against New Zealand at a vital phase. And I do feel New Zealand really are missing the leadership of that man, Sean Fitzpatrick, shaking his head there, just making so many errors. They always play at pace, but it's a controlled pace. At the moment, it's just rushed. And so much of the credit for that goes to England. Really have got in the New Zealand faces.
Jason Leonard. This is Cullen. Now in a one-on-one. He's devastating. He beat Perry, but he couldn't take Healy.
And then just look at the support as well. Norman Hewitt going for the line, and Richard Hill just buries him.
Bracken needs a good pass, fired it out to Grayson.
Solid clearance there from Paul Grayson, who's had a good 25 minutes. We know Grayson will kick like that, but the way he's played flat really impressed me. This is good, solid stuff, although New Zealand now have the ball back. Under pressure, Grayson.
Richard Hill first to pounce again. There's Grayson again. Healy caught by Wilson. And Austin Healy tries fly half now. Mertens. Cullen. Bunce. And there's a penalty there.
Yeah, Christian Cullen was taken out off the ball. He wanted to do a scissors with Frank Bunce. No doubt at all, England holding the shirt, stopping him getting into space.
Yes, I think it was Delalio, wasn't it?
It was, yep. Look at that, New Zealand conceded more turnovers than England. Crowd booing that decision, but it's absolutely right. Lawrence Delalio took Cullen out off the ball. He pulled him back. You can see it now. Watch Delalio's left arm. He's just holding Cullen. That's a penalty. Astute play from the England captain, but Jim Fleming caught him.
Some ill-mannered booing for Mertens to contend with. Won't trouble him. Great strike, but the flag stayed down. There was never any doubt about the distance.
No, but you know, half an hour gone now. New Zealand could have done with this to get to within 2 converted tries. Instead, the kick just fades, a little bit of a hook, and there you can see it drift away. And those people jumping up, the Englishmen celebrating a miss. Amazing.
And all the way through to Jeff Wilson. An important spell this now before half-time. And through goes Little. No, he doesn't.
Good tackle from de Glanville.
If England can maintain this advantage, and they've got a penalty, maybe increase the lead, and it will be some half to reflect on. But there goes Robin Brooke. And there's no doubt that the All Blacks will crank it up now.
But they're moving so quickly at the moment. And here's a man who just helped with the acceleration. He's got 8 stitches in the left eye. But when England are playing New Zealand and they're 23 up, who's worried about 8 stitches? He's so quick at the moment. Just watch Garforth, number 3. Ball goes loose. He's down like a shot. He's quicker than Marshall. That encapsulates England's first 30 minutes.
But that was Ian Jones winning that line out. Out to Bunce. How strong he is, still legs pumping, despite the tackle having been made. New Zealand ball.
It's a good attacking position for New Zealand. They've got options either side here, and they feel they're going to have to score before half-time. We've seen them in South Africa come back from the grave, but at the moment, they're a long way behind. And you could see England just controlling the ball so well this afternoon.
An amazing alignment there from New Zealand from that scrum, and it could have worked because here's Walter Little. Josh Cromfeld, ball lost in the tackle. Delalio clears it anyway.
And Cullen was in the line, so there's no one back there. New Zealand will leave. It goes into touch. It's all going England's way.
It was an intriguing backs move because all the New Zealand backs, there you see them.
Yep, they're flooding from left to right. They're using the blind side, trying to get extra men. It nearly works. Lovely inside ball to Walter Little, but the tackling is strong and Delalio clears it.
Bunce. Mertens. Wilson. Only just getting the ball away every time as the tackles rain in. There's Norm Hewitt.
They're tightening their game to try and suck England in.
Lomu. Oh, Grayson. The tarmac was flattened there, but Delalio. And back goes Cullen.
Do you think England must keep it in hand, though? You can't give this man ball.
Effortlessly glides across the ground. But here's Perry. Grayson, Cullen up to make the tackle. And the ball held in. Penalty, New Zealand. Well, down on the touchline, watching all of this, is Dowie Morris. Dowie.
Well, thanks very much, Miles. I've nearly lost my voice here. I couldn't hear you before. But it's a tale, basically, of two substitutes bench here. The England happy as Larry's. And I tell you what, there's some awful, awful sour faces on New Zealand. More of the same, please.
Excited by any chance, Dowie?
I can hardly speak, Miles.
Now, you know, Morris, I don't like a man who gloats. But I think Dowie's played against the All Blacks. He'll know half an hour gone, they're a long way from finished. But it's important for them that Andrew Mertens does kick this to get them back into the game and settle them.
Mertens then. That's looking good. It's there. So England 20, New Zealand 6. New Zealand's points from the boot of Andrew Mertens.
Good strike from Mertens. He's not enjoyed his first 35 minutes, though. Some of his punting has been poor and decision-making not to his normal immaculate standards. It's very important that England get the basics right and they don't panic and get too carried away. That penalty came from England rushing things too much.
New Zealand have brought on Charles Rickelman to win his 6th cap. It's Josh Cromfeld who's gone off. Grayson found by Bracken's pass. And then de Glanville devoured by the New Zealand defence.
That was a little bit static. You can't do that against New Zealand. They saw a target and they really went for it. But the basics have been good from England. And they're so quick. You see Richard Hill enjoying a fabulous game again, snaffling up the ball. The English pack are so sharp-witted at the moment.
Rickelman has been playing as a lock on this tour, but he offers so much, both in the second row and also the back row.
But he's no Josh Cromfeld, and
Yes,
Cromfeld is a
point.
vital link, isn't he, between backs and forwards. Tremendous talent, but he's not Cromfeld, and that's a blow for New Zealand.
Wilson chasing Marshall's kick, and Perry, who's been so safe and secure underneath the high ball in his young international career. Just his 4th cap. Well, he almost lost that, but he still had the presence to claim it at the 2nd attempt.
It's actually a very good kick as well, though, isn't it? Because it's only 2 metres from touch. Wilson lets him take it and then throws him into touch. It's a good take, but it's advanced 30 metres for the All Blacks. That's good basic play from Marshall.
Cromfeld was trying to get back on, but he's been pulled off by the touch judge. Otherwise, New Zealand would have had 16. Here's Wilson wearing 14. Well taken by Grayson in one hand, basketball style, but Zinzan Brook was on hand, and this is Jonah Lomu. Cochrane will give it a go, but he'll never catch him. And now it's out to Ian Jones. Once again, the New Zealand forwards fan out.
But it was good, though, England forwards wide out, and that meant New Zealand couldn't just put those big passes in and go. There's some commitment on the field.
Kronfeldt's back on.
Well, that's important if New Zealand is to get back in the game. Some pretty aggressive stuff going in there. That looked like a stamp. It wasn't the backward motion. You could see it's Marshall, but also Lawrence Delalio's hands were on the ball, and the penalty was a right decision. Perhaps a bit lucky it wasn't reversed.
Yes, New Zealand will ruck all day, but it's when that foot comes straight down in a stamping motion that the referee will have to examine it. Anyway, penalty stands for New Zealand, and Andrew Mertens is chipping away at the England lead. New Zealand up to 9 points now as we approach half-time. England have 20.
And England have 3 tries, New Zealand none. It's a funny old world. Lomu on the charge. Just look at the England forwards out wide, not getting sucked into the ball. Martin Johnson wide. It's good stuff from England. They've definitely learnt the lesson from 2 weeks ago.
Inside the final 5 minutes then of this incredible first half. England have turned the rugby world upside down, but we've seen New Zealand come back before. Australia will remember that comeback in the Tri-Nations in '96.
They're handling Lomu very well at the moment.
And more than once New Zealand have come back against South Africa in recent times. There's Little, oh, that's beautiful play, and Mertens goes through. He's got Cullen with him. Great tackle from Perry. Man and ball, and prevented the pass from being made. Mertens was driving through there like the frisky pony that he is, but look at Perry.
Rock hard tackle there. Cullen had come round, he needed the pass. It would have been a try. Mertens sold the dummy. Perry didn't buy it. Well, Austin Healey, a brave man, taking on Mr. Lomu. No respecter of size or reputation, Austin Healey.
It's been a half jam-packed with incident. Cullen. There's Healey again, missed that tackle. But his colleagues, Hill and Delalio, didn't.
And that was good chasing from England again. Driving Cullen towards touch. Cochrane's got the ball. The touch judge initially gave it to New Zealand, and that's why the crowd were upset. It was just an error.
Now Austin Healey has taken a blow. Let's hope that it's not too serious, because he has been such an integral part of this England performance so far, both in attack and defence.
Yes, he's been a catalyst. He's been coming off his wing. He's been breaking the gain line. He's been someone they couldn't mark, and that's made a big difference.
Marshall as New Zealand stealing. Mertens goes in. Now Marshall's free, but not in time to play the ball. So New Zealand keep it tight. Remember, England lost a try just before half-time last week against South Africa. In the end, it proved crucial. Lomu. Richard Hill with the tackle. But there are men waiting for it, and one of those men is Cullen. Randall going, and now it's Jeff Wilson, but that's a forward pass. Wilson will think he's scored, but the referee has pulled them back for a forward pass. It will come as a major shock to the blonde winger.
I think it's a good decision. You could see Cullen's pass timed to perfection. But just watch this now. Randell, there you could see, that's forward, it's a good decision.
Definitely a good decision and a crucial one.
Jeff Wilson, for once, overran his man with a ball. Randall didn't do anything wrong, but Jeff Wilson, one of the best finishers in world rugby, just got too flat there. That's a chance gone.
Grayson. As we prepare to go into time added on for injuries.
And that is a significant decision against South Africa. The Boks scored just before half-time. There's a disallowed try, and now England must keep New Zealand out.
Lomu is tackled. Will Greenwood made that latest tackle. Now, on the far side, Cockrell is screaming for players to move out because New Zealand again have left men wide. Cullen. There were too many England players there committed to the breakdown, and it nearly cost them. But there goes Will Greenwood through the middle. Leonard down. Matt Perry. Now, was he taken out late? The crowd thought so. So did the referee. And Delalio quick to point at the post.
I think that's the right decision. Yeah, Walter Little comes in, there was no need for it. Ragged lack of discipline there. It's coming off your shot. No doubt, that's a good decision. So unlike New Zealand, because there was nothing on for England there. New Zealand had plenty of cover. And it's an easy, well, it's a chance, not an easy kick, but it's an easy, soft option. But we were talking earlier about this forward pass and how important it might just be. They really needed the score. There's no doubt at all that goes forward off that left hand, doesn't it?
And it was 7 points as well, because Wilson was round underneath the post.
And instead of 2016 at half-time, with New Zealand coming back, it could be 23-9. That could well be a 10-point turnaround. Is my mathematics right?
I'll believe you. Let's concentrate now on Grayson's kick. Well, they talk about turning points in games. That is a magnificent kick from Paul Grayson. And England go into the changing room, leading by 23 points to 9. 3 first-half tries. Lawrence Delalio can be so proud of his team.
Well, the job's only half done, but I tell you, behind me, all of Twickenham is rising to its feet as if England have beaten New Zealand. They haven't, but they have done so much in this first half. They've been quick, witty, and they've scored 3 tries in an amazing 40 minutes.
So 3 tries for England in, as you say, an amazing first half. David Rees, well, he was a bullet waiting to be fired in this Test series, and he got the first try. Then it was followed by Richard Hill, and the third try, Lawrence Delalio hacking on, staying cool. Grayson got the other points, and it's England in front by 23 points to 9.
To do if they're to compete with England in the second half. Their tails are up. What can the greatest side in the world pull out of the bag to overcome this deficit? Let's hand you back to our commentators Stuart Barnes and Miles Harrison.
Well, there's no doubt that Twickenham has been stung into a vocal reaction after the tumult at Old Trafford, and the players in the changing rooms would have heard the singing at half-time. It was quite deafening, Stuart.
Yes, it was. Elgar, Britain, we had the lot. And New Zealand, not even a single Kiri Tikanawa to lift the boys. But it is vital that England do keep taking the game to New Zealand. There were periods in the last 10 minutes when spaces were starting to appear. And if England do let New Zealand come at them, they've got too much class, they'll whittle away that 14-point lead in no time at all. Delalio must keep going forward.
Yes, let's not forget that 23-9 down at half-time is a mountain well within the All Black range.
Well, with the talent they've got, it can be a molehill. But the spirit England showed and the courage is going to make this a fabulous second half.
Taken rather appropriately by Cockrell, who was so fired up in that first half. He typified the English effort.
There's Kieran Bracken there, he cleared the lines, but he'll be disappointed with that. What a passing today. Looking forward to seeing him run in a bit more, but he really must not just kick the ball away as a soft option, because New Zealand are in a good situation now with this line out.
Jones beats Johnson. This is Mertens, Bunce, Little, Cullen. Well, they won't let him pass, will they? Will Greenwood again. Bunce. Such a strong man. Cromfeld. Trying to punch a few holes here, New Zealand.
But look how many England forwards are not committing themselves to the breakdown. Now they've got men out wide and Mertens forced to kick.
Much more streetwise performance from England than at Old Trafford. And that's a good mark from Matt Perry.
Yes, it's been England who have been forced to kick the ball away in the other three games. It's been England who've committed too many men to the rucks and mauls. This time, England defended very cleverly.
That's the quick throw in from Tane Randall. It did go 5 metres and it found Norm Hewitt. Marshall. This is Brook. Zinzan Brook, the master of his art in his final appearance for New Zealand. Mertens. It was Little on the loop, but Bunce brings it back to the narrow side to find Brook. Bunce again. No way through initially, but Cullen might be the one to unravel the maze. No.
It's been nicked by one of the England forwards. I think Johnson in very well. And they've stolen the ball yet again.
Grayson.
Being forced to kick the ball away. Pressure mounted, Cullen, so dangerous, weaving well, but Johnson's reflexes, excellent. Really sharp English performance, especially from the forwards.
Good man. Hand open.
But New Zealand will look to sustain this level of pressure. Lomu. They've certainly started this second half as if they mean business. Lomu again. Took 3 to bring him down. Bull Allen got it away. Bunce. Overlap here. Out to Wilson. He's got Hewitt with him, but Wilson will trust his pace. Jeff Wilson brought down again by Hill and Healy, who saved England in the first half. That pair have saved England again until Norm Hewitt takes the tap quickly. England weren't 10 metres. Well, they couldn't be, of course, but they had to be behind their own line. And this is Zinzan Brook. Marshall. Mertens. He's there. And the game takes on a different complexion.
New Zealand have come flying out of that changing room in the second half. They are putting some width on this game now. Transferring the ball quickly. Men all over the park, and Mertens surged over. Some heroic defence by England, but they've started this half kicking ball off the park, and they're letting New Zealand get some ball and control the pace. And what pace it is. Marshall drives it. First of all, Zinzan Brook goes for the line. 4 men in on the tackle, and that's why there's space for Andrew Mertens. Committed. Easy for Mertens.
Well, it was Mertens' kicks that provided New Zealand with their points in the first half. Now he has another kick, a conversion to his own try, and New Zealand 16 to England's 23, and the gap reduced to 7.
And I just hope England try and start playing with the ball in hand again. They must get this restart right. It's been good so far, but then they must take the game to New Zealand, not kick the ball off the paddock.
Randall. Cromfell. The second rows, Johnson and Archer. And this will be England ball.
Really great effort from the English front five so far. Rugby, of course, is 80 minutes, not 40, and New Zealand have started this second half in electrifying mode.
Neil Back was putting his boot on there, lost it in the previous England foray. Well, initially the referee seemed to indicate that the ball was held in the air and it would be an England put-in, but it's gone New Zealand's way, and that was a ball that England could have done with. Little, Cromfell, and he's taken on by Robin Brooke. Men out wide, it just wouldn't come to Randall. Agonising for Tane Randall.
Sublime play by the New Zealand backs. What a scissors between Mertens and Little. Neil Back, Richard Hill, Delalio outstripped. Superb support from Cromfeld. That was all black rugby at its best. Robin Brooke threw the big pass, but it couldn't quite get a hand. Tane Randall couldn't hold it. Mesmeric stuff then from Mertens and Little.
Grayson. Wilson with pressure put on by de Glanville. Now the crowd were oohing there, but Grayson wasn't looking for touch. England mustn't concede ball at the line out to New Zealand.
And they're starting to kick ball to New Zealand because New Zealand are putting the pressure on them, driving them back.
Lomu going through. Here's Marshall. Marshall the captain, and Wilson won't get there.
But this is vintage New Zealand. They're being forced to pull it all out. Lomu drawing tacklers, and Justin Marshall on the charge. But England support. England defence excellent. You can't quite find Wilson. But it's to England's credit, they're forcing the very best out of New Zealand, and we're starting to see it.
But these are torrid times for the men in white as they try and defend their line. The crowd give their encouragement.
Well, England have done a lot to raise Twickenham's spirits this afternoon. And now the level of efficiency must be something I don't think we've ever seen from an England team to hold out. They must start to go forward, though.
Grayson, as Cromfell went flying through. That time he was definitely looking for the safety of touch.
But it's only a temporary safety, you know. It's brutally hard to take the ball in hand up to these New Zealanders because of the pace of their attacking. But you can see England are on the back foot in a substantial way this half. They've got to get out of their own half. At the moment, Grayson kicks 30 metres. It's a good kick. All it's doing is giving ball to the men in black.
Marshall. Long pass again. Lomu. Bunce. They're starting to weave their spell, the New Zealand backs. But England stand firm, get a free kick, and there goes Kieran Bracken. Now, this was Bracken's policy in the first half and how it worked. What a run by Bracken. Hewitt tried to get in there, just wasn't the pass to finish the run. Perry. Greenwood. He's got Delalio there, and he's out to David Rees. Of course, he tried to keep it alive, but now New Zealand and Mertens. Randall, Grayson's tackle. Brooke, one of his trademark passes. Wilson. The crowd lapping this up. Cromfell can't get it away. Rees has got it. Cullen stops it.
This is sensational rugby from both sides. And this man, Kieran Bracken, what a game he's having.
Greenwood, like Mike Cann at Old Trafford, tried to find Healy. And then eventually the ball goes out. And the crowd respond, and so they should.
But really, England have got the courage to move the ball. Greenwood, ball in two hands, delays the pass. Excellent play. Reece just checked by Delalio's pass, and the ball goes away. But Kieran Bracken is driving this team forward.
Well, we'll remember that ferreting run from Bracken for some time, won't we?
It's just a pity he tried to throw the missed pass. It should have been a simple ball.
Marshall, his opposite number. Walter Little, trying to burst through like Sneijman did last week for South Africa, but this time England are alert.
New Zealand driving forward at the moment. There's unbelievable pace to this game. Little dancing off the feet, kneel back, crunching tackle. What a fine game for the Leicester Tiger on the open side.
But it's all about possession, isn't it? And when England have had it in the second half, they've looked dangerous, but again, it's New Zealand with hands on ball, and Marshall, who was there, Richard Hill. The England back row have been immense today. Talking of immense, here's Lomu. Beaten one, Delalio brings him down, but not before he could find Walter Little. Little looking for support, and he's found it from Jones, Ian Jones, and David Reece with the tackle to fell the tree. Brook. Frank Bunce, always involved the centre.
Stopped in his tracks by Martin Johnson. This is vintage New Zealand rugby now.
Cullen, Marshall. The numbers on the backs don't matter. As New Zealand players interchange backs and forwards, and they've won a penalty as England have gone offside. And the decision from Marshall is to go for the 3 points. That's a cool and astute move.
If you haven't forgotten, this is a test match, but what a test match it's proving to be. Ian Jones, second row, look at that dummy. Beautiful play, but David Reece crunches in low, stops him getting the ball away. This comeback from New Zealand is unstoppable champions in the second half though.
Mertens. England 23, New Zealand 19. Mertens having a memorable day.
New Zealand starting to get ball to Lomu, and he's starting to prove very dangerous. Delalio takes him, and look at that pass, and Walter Little, what a game he's starting to have. Support everywhere, great dummy from Jones, and Reece stopped the 7 points, but alas, there was to be 3.
Jones claims that he was pushed there and the referee saw it. Quite right, referee Fleming. Had a good game, the referee hasn't missed much, if anything.
Well, Ian Jones taken out there. That's why there's the penalty. No angle for Mertens, so he just drives a safe kick to the halfway line. Ian Jones, a tremendous player. We saw him score at Old Trafford. Saw him in line that ball there.
Mertens. Buns through. Devastating. Randall. Cromfeld. Still Josh Cromfeld. Well, the feeling there that Cullen may have got a push in the back as he was preparing to take a pass. There is Christian Cullen. Marshall will have to go in the scrum half. Bunce, Little. How long can England survive this constant bombardment Marshall. And he didn't release it. And New Zealand over the top. Penalty.
Brave defending then from England. New Zealand stretching it both ways. Marshall trying to dive through the middle. So potent.
Well, he's now 35 years of age, Frank Bunce. Didn't make his All Black debut till he was 30. He used to be with Western Samoa. And there's Justin Marshall, a test of his young captaincy career. Tim Stimpson's waiting to come on. And that's because Phil de Glanville is getting back to his feet rather gingerly.
Well, he's tackled his weight again. He's at the centre of England's rear guard in the second half.
What a grafter de Glanville is.
You see him landing awkwardly there as he tackles Cromwell. He better be fit though, because England need 15 men at 100% here.
Grayson, who's been a sure hand at fly half today, finds another touch, and England will throw in to the line out because it was a penalty.
What a view of Twickenham, and what a game of Test match rugby this has proved to be.
Grayson, now he looks to use the backs. In comes de Glanville. Oh, he would have felt that. He's only just got over one injury, but he's back on his feet. But here's Zinzambrook and Bull Allen.
That was brilliant play from Brook.
Olo Brow, the prop was there as well, quickly in support. Lomu was the decoy. It's gone to Robin Brook. Chip from Mertens. And that is tight in the corner.
Norm Hewitt loitering there like some great big stranger waiting for a chance. Merton tried to find him, but it went into touch. But what an important throw-in for Richard Cockrell here.
Well, the Leicester combination is Cockrell-Johnson.
If I was Lawrence Delalio, I would be looking to Martin Johnson. War conference there, the crowd lifting them, but this lineup's not about raw emotion, it's about control. It's the man Cockrell must surely hit.
Johnson gets himself ready. He's steady, as is Cockrell. But that is great work from Ian Jones.
Switched their line-out expert to the front to take him on and won that one.
Marshall, Mertens, Little. Delalio dangerously there, almost going off his feet. But England get the penalty. The ball wasn't released. Then something said, that's 10 metres. And something else said. And that could mean that the referee wants a word with Justin Marshall. Ian Jones is there as well.
If you tackled and he's isolated and held the ball, so let it go.
Again, the card stay in the pocket.
But England gain a valuable 20 metres. Grayson can push them up to halfway. And of course, England still keep the line-up. It's brave stuff here. And the double change.
Bracken's gone off and Dawson's come on at scrum half, and Stimpson has come on to replace de Glanville, who's still looking groggy. Now that means that Stimpson will go to full back and Matt Perry will join Will Greenwood in the centre. Now Matt Perry is a very versatile player, has played regularly for Bath, his club side, at centre. Here's Dawson, the new scrum half. Grayson, his club colleague.
Stay wide, Grayson. That's great play before from Johnson and Delalio. It's a turnover.
Dangerously lost, but there is Richard Hill. with the volley downfield. Wilson's back and connects. Hill with the tackle. Now Wilson must release. England go through and they've got it. David Rees.
They go wide to score.
Dawson tries to dig it out. They're calling right and left. They go right with Perry, and Matt Perry runs into the black wall. And it will be a scrum. Ball was knocked forward.
Richard Hill, what a game he's playing. Socks rolled down, he's given it everything. Superb play from Wilson. But Hill's down, he's up on his feet, and England hitting that breakdown furiously.
The key thing there was Jeff Wilson had to release that ball as soon as the tackle had been made. The referee was happy that he did do that. The support was there quickly. Mertens was soon to arrive, but it was so close to a try.
But what a riposte from England as well. They've been on the rack for the first part of this half, but the slightest chance, and Hill and Co surged forward.
And amid all the mayhem, just to remind you, the knock-on gave New Zealand the put in there. Marshall. Well judged from the scrum half. In quite blistering form, Justin Marshall. They talk about from the Westhuizen when fit again at South Africa. They talk about also Rob Howley, but I don't think you can find better at the moment than Marshall.
But aren't England tested him this afternoon? Tremendous stuff. The line-out's been a problem area, but that's a good ball.
Greenwood looks to Delalio. Delalio tried to turn the right way, and he did. What strength. Perry joins the line, but it's lost, and Lomo can't be allowed to get away, and David Rees was clinging onto him. Bunce. Mertens. This will test Stimpson. Mertens chasing his own kick and getting enough on it to find Bull Allen. Now it's Marshall. Walter Little, and Little is in. New Zealand take the lead. The comeback is complete.
Walter Little, in excellent form in this second half, is the man who finally broke the England defence. But it came from Andrew Merton's decision to fire the ball into the air. Big high kick, he towers over Stimpson. I'm afraid that's full-back Bull, and instead it bounces down to Bull Allen. It's quick ball for New Zealand. Marshall makes the decision. Little show of the ball, and Little, what acceleration. Call him Sweet Walter in New Zealand, they'll love him now.
And Andrew Mertens converts that try, and now England have to come from behind.
Walter Little, look at this for balance and acceleration. I'm afraid Grayson doesn't get anywhere near him. Archer, then back. It's a super little solo. John Hart, nearly a smile.
Now England have brought on Mark Regan, the Bath hooker, to replace Richard Cockrell. There he is. Played in all three midweek matches against the All Blacks, the different versions of England Day, and he played very well, got himself right back in form.
They're going to need all Regan's belligerence now.
With 16 minutes to go. Mertens, Bunce. Marshall. Prepared to take his time there. David Rees against Wilson. He's a little firecracker, isn't he, Rees?
He's had a very good game. keeping the ball in hand, and England must do that if they're to win. If they try and kick upfield and gain territory, New Zealand will drive them back. They must keep the ball. It's high risk, but it's the only way to beat New Zealand.
And the ball held in the air, so New Zealand put in. Carlos Spencer has come on now for New Zealand, and that will bring memories flooding back of the New Zealand Barbarians here at Twickenham 12 months ago when he came on and had a devastating effect on the game in the final 20 minutes, a try conversion and 2 penalty goals.
There's the magician, Spencer on. Trying to clear the shots now. It's come on for Walter Little. Lomu is looming fairly large. Here he comes.
Oh. What a charge from Lomu. There's Marshall. Hewitt was in there. Just to clarify there, it is Little who is off the field. Merton's still on. Spencer. Bunce. Spencer. Bunce. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Bunce. Hewitt. England on the ropes again. As New Zealand continue to batter them.
But England, they won't go down today. A real heavyweight battle.
Lomu. Zinzan Brook, Marshall. Brook again. Great hands, and there are all kinds of pressure, but there's a knock-on. Sorry, New Zealand.
Neil back. Clapping his hands there. Great defence there from England. Another sterling effort. A little bit of claret from Neil back. Brave.
And the referee will reset this scrum.
Has to be a solid scrum. New Zealand trying to put the pressure on, trying to disrupt England in a dangerous defensive situation. You could see it's been all New Zealand this half. The odd foray from England, the All Blacks have come back in the manner of the world's best.
And you can see the importance now of the Mertens kicks in the first half, which at the time New Zealand still seemed a long way away, but they were happy just to keep involved and know that sooner or later they will be able to strike.
Yeah, well, England certainly have rocked them, and let's not forget there's 12 minutes left. Your money would have to be on New Zealand now, but who would have thought England would score 3 tries in the first half hour? It's been one of those games. Anything could yet happen. It has been a wonderful fight back from New Zealand, hasn't it?
It would be one of the great England performances. They were to win this match against all the odds. Now that is meant for David Rees, who is absolutely flying. Lomu is trying to get there, and Rees frustrated as Lomu went in front of him, but Lomu was tracking the ball, and he's even more frustrated now because he can't make the quick throw-in, and the referee gives England the free kick. So here is Dawson off to bat. Johnson. Grayson. Weaving his way on, Paul Grayson. Dawson, out to back. Chance here. Will Greenwood. Delanio. Threatening that New Zealand line again. Dawson. Grayson must move it. Perry on to Stimson. Great tackling, New Zealand. Regan's there. Referee's playing advantage. Healy, no way through there. a decision. 3 points would level it. Or do England go hunting for the win? Not yet.
Well, there's time for that. But when you think the pressure New Zealand have exerted, England need the score. They haven't scored this half, and this will be a real morale boost. New Zealand came from a 14-point deficit, and this is just a message to the All Blacks: we can hurt you. Brilliant attacking again. Greenwood and Delalio to the fore. Took the very best of New Zealand defence to stop England there.
Grayson being forced to wait here. As Delalio is patched up. His captain's okay. Now what his captain wants is Grayson to produce a solid kick. Under pressure, big pressure, but Grayson was up to it. And it's level. England 26, New Zealand 26.
What a last few minutes we have got. Cool as you like, Grayson slots it, and the crowd, well, they know that's 3 points. What a match this is proving to be.
New Zealand unbeaten this year. 11 out of 11 their record. England to put in.
And the man who gets up from the bottom of the ruck, Lawrence Delalio, has been inspirational today.
Good drive from New Zealand, but the binding was lost on the far side and the referee gave the penalty. And away goes Dawson, just like Bracken did before him. Oh, there's a magnificent chance here. Stimpson, he's got Healy going like a train outside. Healy just had to delay the pass because Mertens was sniffing for a breakaway. You're never safe against New Zealand.
What play from Dawson.
Grayson, now it's Regan. He wanted to go through the middle like he normally does. Delalio. Oh, that is beautiful play from the captain. Johnson.
Now they're keeping them in hand, they're hurting them.
And now Regan does get the chance to drive on and set this up for Healy. Grayson. Stimpson. England are giving everything here. But so are New Zealand. Crowd won't like that, but the referees we saw there was indicating that England didn't get the ball down.
Delalio once again carrying that ball, surging infield past Ian Jones, just giving the rest of his forwards targets. But again, that tackling from Matthew Dawson back in his own 22, so positive. Crowd are responding. We've had plenty of guts in England in the last few weeks, but we haven't had this confidence and this sheer wit and invention.
But that was critical, wasn't it? England had to get the ball down there to secure at least the scrum.
Yes, they did, because from those positions, well, in the past, you'd have said Grayson would probably go for the drop goal. On today's evidence, England would probably have gone for the try. Now, will New Zealand run this out? Questions being asked of them.
McLeod for bunts is the latest change, and Sheesby wants to get back on. Who wouldn't on a day like this? Mertens, big hoof downfield. David Rees. Seen so much more of Rees today. Oh, but that's an error. And Lomu was there. New Zealand scrum for the knock forward.
Well, that huge kick from Mertens driven New Zealand 50 metres forward. It's time to defend now. Clever kick from Andrew Mertens.
Both sides will feel they can win it. New Zealand more than England now from this position, though. Mertens. Here's Cullen. Oh, ghost-like. Beautiful from Cullen. Picked up. But Matt Perry was there.
The majesty of New Zealand, the sheer courage of the men in white. That's brilliant defence again.
I swear that boy Cullen could run through a wall. Lomu, the human wall. Oh, but that's loose. Referee says he wasn't forward. Marshall. He was in good position, Jim Fleming, to make that decision. Here's Cromford. Zinzambrook. Marshall. Cullen again. Hewitt. England being pounded once more. Marshall. Cullen. Checks the options. Marshall, it's back to Mertens for the drop goal. No.
One of those afternoons. Cullen ghosted away in attack, but he couldn't get over that thin white line. Healy has been a thorn in his side all afternoon. Well, last week against Wales it was Brook. This time Mertens, but a very different result. 3 minutes to go, and it's all there for the grabs.
I think you better say it now, man of the match.
Well, whatever happens, no team has pushed New Zealand as England have this year, and the man who has led from the front has been Lawrence Dallaglio. A quite outstanding performance, a try and heroic status bestowed on England's leader.
But we could still be awaiting the ultimate hero. From which side will he come? Mertens, Spencer, McLeod. Look at the support again from Cromfeld. Bull Allen. Marshall. England must maintain their discipline here because a penalty now, of course, can win it. It's Tane Randall. Still Randall. Critical this. Who's going to win this ball? It's back with New Zealand. McLeod. Cromfeld. It's fallen to Dawson. Now, can England go from here with Matt Perry? David Rees. Evaded Lomu, much to his credit, but Allen was across. Come on, the ground he covers. Sling it long, Greenwood to back. Dallaglio.
Back Dallaglio and Hill. What a back row performance.
Nobody's in their seat. Everybody's standing up. Might fall for McLeod. Force for Hill in the end. Rees. This is mayhem. Archer sets it back. Dawson. Healy, what a good pass. Grayson and Stimson out of the traps. What a well-judged kick from Grayson. Inside the final minute.
Well, England have been battered in this second half, and they've got off the canvas and they've come back, and they are lifted, this crowd. A sensational end to this Test match.
One of the finest for Twickenham to enjoy.
I don't think the Northern Hemisphere has ever seen a better Test match.
And taken by Jones. In many ways, the draw would be the fair result. Both sides deserve something. but the game is still there for the winning. And who has the bravery to do it?
Well, on this evidence, both teams have the bravery.
Stimpson, ooh, that's risky. Perry did really well. Randall keeps it in. Regan and Archer, but here's Allen. Trouble here for England. Hewitt. England have somehow managed to claw that back, but Dawson is snaffled by Wilson, but the referee has taken us back to the knock-on. How much time will referee claiming it on?
Before today, New Zealand's 1997 record is played 11 Test matches, won 11. In England, 9-1 against winning. New Zealand 33-1 on, and it's 26 all. What a battle!
All calms down as the seconds tick away. The forwards will try again. The referee checks the binding on that far side. Nobody wants to give away a penalty now. Grayson. It's Christian Cullen. Right at the end of the All Black year. Has he still got something to give? Johnson and Grayson in with the tackle. The referee says it's all over. It's a draw. It has been a world-class match from two world-class teams. Lawrence Delalio said earlier in this week that England was still in the second division. New Zealand were top of the first division. Well, I think Lawrence Delalio's side have just got themselves promoted.
Well, Clive Woodward there will be delighted. They've gone from C- to at least A-. OK, you could say it was a one-off, but England took them on, and Delalio was inspirational. They said they would keep the ball in hand and take it to New Zealand. That's what they did. There was a 20-minute spell after half-time when they kicked the ball into touch and New Zealand hurt them. But then England came back with the ball in hand. They could have sneaked it at the death. That's one of the great Test matches in Northern Hemisphere history.
Even by New Zealand standards, it's been an astounding year. 12 months and almost 12 Test match victories. They got 11, they didn't get the 12. And the only reason why they didn't get the 12 is because of one of the great efforts from an England team. New Zealand so nearly unbeaten, with victories all the way. Well, they remain unbeaten, but they're not unparalleled.
Wonderful effort from England. Positive rugby at last. Now the big test is, can England build on it? Because this has been one of the great days for English rugby. No doubt at all, New Zealand are one of the great all-time rugby teams, and England have held them. A remarkable achievement.
Clive Woodward certainly has something to build on now. The final score at Twickenham, England 26, New Zealand 26.